What I do is inconsequential. Why I do what I do is I get to shorten people's journeys every day. What I love about our hospitality industry is that it's our mission to make people feel cared for while on their journeys. Together, we'll explore what hospitality means in the built environment, in business, and in our daily lives. I'm Dan Ryan, and this is Defining Hospitality. Well, hello, everyone. I'm here right now with the president and COO of Sage Hospitality out of Denver, Mr. Daniel Del Olmo. Welcome, Daniel.
How are you, Dan? Great to see you.
It's so good to see you. It's been way too long. I think the last time I saw you was at an ILC event in Philadelphia. And right now we're experimenting with the reach of this Defining Hospitality podcast to see how we can generate more excitement for the Independent Lodging Congress coming up in Los Angeles. And I'm just so excited that you're here to help us experiment. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's so great. And we will have a deeper conversation on the podcast at some point. And I'm really looking forward to that because I know you've actually been in this industry longer than I have, just by a little bit. But in your tenure in the hospitality industry, like how many conferences do you think you've attended over your tenure?
Oh my goodness, around the world, Dan. Probably the quick answer is too many. and the reality is there are many conferences that you have to go to, and then there's only a handful that you want to go to.
Wow. Okay, so that's a great segue into my next question, which is, so of all those conferences and then ILC or Independent Lodging Congress, what's different? What do you find different about ILC from all the other conferences?
I've always found that ILC is more of a community, Dan, as opposed to a conference. And to me, the big distinction of that is when you go to our usual conference, there's the typical presentations and the typical after-hour activities, and obviously all of the meetings that you set up throughout the entire conference. In the case of ILC, I've always found that it's a platform that brings together people that are like-hearted, different-minded, and with a whole slew of different experiences and perspectives, where everyone brings something to the table that is different, creative, and inspiring. And I would say that most often than not, when you go to a regular conference, they're simply not that inspiring. I think ILC is.
I totally agree with you. And I love that you used the word accretive and also community, because to me, I feel like what Andrew and the other founders and you as a board member have brought to this is just so many points of different inspiration about, maybe that's not specifically in hospitality, although most people are, but all the things that touch it, from music to art to culture to you name it. It's really created, I find it to be like an extended family for me.
Yeah, I completely agree. It is that community that you yearn for when you're out there, and people are genuine, right? I think the ability to interact with people in a genuine way, I think is unique, and I think it's very appealing, at least to me.
And then of all the blessings that you just gave with respect to ILC, like what do you think you love the most about it?
Yeah, I think for me, when I think of ILC, first of all, I love the people. Every time I look forward to catching up with old friends, meeting new people that again, come from unexpected places with unexpected experiences. I am very often inspired by what is being shared, both on stage, which is helpful, but then also off stage in all of the conversations that are happening in and around ILC. And so I think that those are two main things that I always look forward to.
I totally agree with all the points that you just said about the people and the community, because it really is just this congregation and inspiration. If you were to fast forward to ILC this year from October 11th to the 13th, what do you hope to get most out of attending this year's ILC?
Yeah, I always look forward to meeting new people, learning about perhaps some of the innovation, creativity, new way of thinking, creative models that the people are implementing that we may not be aware of. So that I think is always critical. And then obviously, as you know, Dan, we're hosting the welcome cocktail at our new hotel, Hotel Perla, which we're super excited about. And right before that, on day one, I'm moderating a panel with Jeremy Selman and Vipin Nambiar from HN Capital, are partners in the hotel. And so we hope that and think that that will be an interesting conversation for people to participate in and afterwards have a cocktail with us.
I completely agree, because if you really go by the premise that amazing people are coming together and then you sprinkle it with a little alcohol and
Yeah,
everyone is open, great things will always come out of that.
I agree.
So if anyone was on the fence about deciding, oh, should I go to ILC? Shouldn't I go to ILC? What might you say to convince them to go?
Yeah, yeah. To me, if you're on the fence, I would say there's probably something that you ought to think about. One is, when's the last time you felt inspired by going to a conference or meeting new people? And secondly, I would say set some objectives for yourself in terms of what you want to accomplish for yourself, for your company, and compare and contrast that with people that are attending ILC, people that are moderating, people that are on panels, and see if any of those people that are attending might be able to help you achieve the objectives that you're setting out in terms of your own personal growth and growth for your company.
Well, I'm just so excited to be there and then finally see you in person since Philadelphia. And really, if anyone else would like to go, we would love to see you at the welcome cocktail party with alcohol and great ideas and a lot of smiles. So thank you all so much. Daniel, thank you. And we'll see everyone from October 11th to the 13th.
Thank you.